Hey guys, it's Aaron from Inner Space Explorers here. Joining me again is Mr. Schlurfel himself. Welcome.
Hello. Thank you very much.
We got awesome feedback, which was really cool about the last video covering this topic, which is awesome wreck diving on wrecks that aren't so well known. And so, yeah, we just thought we'd continue where we left off and share your knowledge with us. Please, sir. Some other favorites.
Some of the best diving I actually ever did was in the coast of Libya.
Yeah?
Yeah. I have to be careful with this though, we don't get into fucking politics, but I've been there a couple of times and I absolutely loved it. Diving the coast, because again, it's pristine. There's basically no tourism, especially no dive tourism. Nobody was diving there. And we dove a submarine there it was a beach dive in 33-4 meters. I've never ever in my entire life seen something like that. Fuck, awesome. This thing was just sitting there, completely intact. The hatch halfway open, a couple of bones visible.
Yeah.
Which I mean, I'm completely, don't get me wrong. It's not about the bones, but again, we're back in this time capsule. You could see, I mean, hovering there, looking at that, you could imagine these people trying to escape there, and the guy just getting caught by the fucking hatch, and dying there, super miserable. But yeah, it's that time capsule.
It's a piece of history just
that
locked
moment.
in.
Yeah, exactly, locked in place. It's like a photography basically.
Yeah.
That brings you back in that time, as bad as the time was.
Do you know much of the history for that?
I
submarine,
researched
or?
that quite a bit, but did not really get anything proper out of it.
Okay.
And especially it was the difficult political situation. That was shortly before the Civil War. That wasn't too easy to get back there.
Okay.
But there's a couple of awesome dives, and I mean, if you know me, you know that I love the Mediterranean as a spot to dive, and always like to go back there. For me, that's like the birthplace of recreational diving, and I've never ever anywhere seen the Mediterranean in such pristine conditions as in front of the coast of Libya. Also regarding fish life.
Yeah. Which I guess, like you said, I mean, the lack of tourism probably is such a great thing there.
It's a little bit like when you see movies from the Red Sea 40 years ago, in the first 50 years, when the first pioneers with some old Volkswagen van made the way all the way to the Sinai and started diving there, and you see pictures and you're like,
yeah,
what's that? And then you look at it today and it's just a nightmare.
Yeah.
And then you go over to the coast of Saudi Arabia, where the Red Sea actually looks like back then, and it's such a difference. And it's the same thing there. So that was probably one of the better wreck dives I ever did. Really impressive.
Yeah, I think for me it's almost a bit of a sad thing that, I mean, for in the future that I want to get much more into the wreck diving and stuff like that, but you hear of all of these big famous wrecks and everything, but chatting to you about it, it's like, well, you know, and obviously they deteriorate so much that, I mean, it's also a matter of, I mean, a lot of these wrecks aren't going to be there for, you know, necessarily so much longer. And
there's a few. I mean, when I think about, for example, in Croatia, the Baron Gauch, a lot of you guys, especially the European community, probably knows about the wreck. So World War I wreck, and the first time I dove was in 1991. I was some local guys in Croatia, and it was more or less intact. And I mean, when we came down there on the deck area, there was plates and dinnerware, and it was everything. It was just untouched. And the last time I dove, it was 2000.
Yeah.
And there was already a dramatic difference. And I saw a video from somebody that dove it like last year. I basically couldn't recognize the wreck. It's unbelievable how much it deteriorated. And there's a few of these. I mean, for me, one of my dreams was always the Andrea Doria. That was for me like the thing I had to do, especially when I was living in the States back then, and I think I dove the Doria 94, 95, something like that. And already there I was way too late. I mean, I got a contact through Gary Gentill back then, who was kind enough to basically make it possible for me to dive it, and super grateful for that. But when you hear the stories, when you see the photos in all these books, when these guys dove it like in the late 70s, what a difference. And yeah, same thing, I saw a video recently, and even that, I mean, compared to when I saw the wreck to today, I mean, yeah, another 20 years and it's not worth diving it anymore. And I think that's a big issue with a lot of those. That's why I also have a few on my bucket list where I definitely want to go, because you hear people say like, ooh, this Bikini Atoll. Everybody that's been there a couple of times says these wrecks deteriorate in such a dramatic rate that if you want to dive them within the next 10 years or just forget about it.
Yeah.
So we have to go there.
yeah, completely.
As soon as possible.
Yeah. Any other cool, lesser known wrecks that you can come off the top of your head right now?
No, I think I need a tea before.
Okay, well. Well, yeah, hopefully you guys all got something out of this one as well. I really still enjoy hearing these stories. I hope you guys enjoy hearing these stories as well. Obviously appreciate you sharing your knowledge with us all, so thanks again, man. And also, the saw, which you can get these beautiful shirts on.
He's wearing this for 14 days now straight.
And there's also, you can get these hoodies as well, different colours as well. Super cool, super comfortable, they fit great. Check them out, let us know what you think.
Thanks, Aaron.
No worries, man.
Thanks, guys, for watching. Yeah, as last time, if you like it, we appreciate your thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. And if you subscribe, hit that little notification bell so you get an alert when there's new content uploaded. And yeah, if you have questions, comments, please put them in the comment section, and we'll take care of that. Thanks for watching. Stay safe. See you next time.